Hey plant fam, welcome back to The Sprout. Today we're talking about something that most plant videos completely ignore. Something that could be the reason your plants are struggling even though you're watering correctly and giving them enough light. I'm talking about soil pH. A viewer recently pointed out, and they were absolutely right, that not enough gardeners talk about acid-loving versus alkaline-loving plants. In the United States, we have incredibly varied soil. Someone in Maine has naturally acidic soil, someone in Arizona has alkaline soil, and if you try to grow an azalea, which loves acid, in Arizona soil, it will fail. Not because you're a bad gardener, but because the plant is literally unable to access nutrients in the wrong pH. So today, I'm going to explain everything you need to know. What is pH? Why does it matter? Which plants love acid? Which love alkaline? How do you test your soil? And how do you change it if you need to? This video might just save your garden. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about what pH actually is. pH is a scale that measures how acidic or alkaline something is. The scale goes from 0 to 14. 7 is neutral, anything below 7 is acidic, anything above 7 is alkaline. Most plants prefer soil that's slightly acidic to neutral, somewhere between 6 and 7. But here's the key. Some plants have adapted to very specific pH ranges. If you put them in the wrong pH, they can't absorb nutrients from the soil, even if those nutrients are present. The plant looks sick, yellow leaves, stunted growth, no flowers, but the problem isn't disease or pests, it's pH. Think of pH as a lock. The nutrients in the soil are keys. At the wrong pH, the lock doesn't open. The nutrients are right there, but the plant can't use them. That's why soil pH is so important. Let's talk about acid-loving plants. These plants need soil pH between 4.5 and 6.0. If you put them in alkaline soil, their leaves turn yellow between the veins. That's called chlorosis, and they just sit there, not growing. The most common acid-loving plants are azaleas and rhododendrons. These are classic. They absolutely need acid soil. Camellias, gardenias, and hydrangeas, yes, hydrangeas, also love acid. In fact, hydrangea flower color is directly affected by soil pH. Blue flowers mean acidic soil, pink flowers mean alkaline or neutral soil. Blueberries are another famous acid lover. They will not produce fruit in alkaline soil. Other acid lovers include ferns, caladiums, magnolias, dogwoods, and evergreens like pines and spruces. For houseplants, ferns and African violets prefer slightly acidic conditions. Now let's talk about alkaline-loving plants. These plants prefer soil pH between 7.0 and 8.5. They're often native to rocky, limestone areas. The most common alkaline lovers are carnations, also called dianthus. They actually thrive in limestone-based soil. Lilacs are another classic. If you want those fragrant purple blooms, give them alkaline soil. Clematis, the beautiful climbing vine, prefers alkaline conditions. Lavender loves alkaline, sharply draining soil. That's why lavender does so well in Mediterranean climates. Other alkaline lovers include gypsophila, also called baby's breath, mock orange, weigela, and most vegetables actually prefer neutral to slightly alkaline soil. For houseplants, Hoyas and some succulents can handle slightly alkaline conditions. But here's the important thing. Most plants are adaptable. They can handle a range of pH. The problem plants are the extremes. You can't grow an azalea in alkaline soil. You can't grow a carnation in acidic peat. So know your plants and know your soil. Now let's talk about how to test your soil pH. It's easy and inexpensive. You have several options. First, home test kits. These are available at any garden center or online for about $10 to $20. They usually come with a powder or liquid that changes color based on pH. They're accurate enough for home gardeners. Second, soil pH meters. These are metal probes you stick in the ground. They give you a digital reading. They cost $15 to $30. Some also measure moisture and light. They're convenient but less accurate than chemical tests. Third, laboratory testing. Your local agricultural extension office, like the ones at state universities, often offers soil testing for a small fee. This is the most accurate option. They'll tell you your pH and also your nutrient levels. Fourth, the old-fashioned way. You can buy pH test strips. Mix soil with distilled water, dip the strip, compare the color. That works too. Once you know your pH, you have two choices. You can change your soil to match your plants, or you can choose plants that match your soil. Changing your soil is possible, but it takes time and effort. Choosing plants that naturally thrive in your soil is much easier. Let's talk about how to make your soil more acidic. If you have alkaline soil and you want to grow acid-loving plants like azaleas or blueberries, here's what you can do. First, add elemental sulfur. This is the most common and effective method. Sulfur slowly lowers pH over several months. Follow the package instructions for how much to add based on your current pH and soil type. Second, add organic matter like peat moss, pine needles, pine bark, or composted oak leaves. These materials are naturally acidic and will lower pH over time. Third, use acidifying fertilizers. Look for fertilizers labeled for azaleas, rhododendrons, or blueberries. These contain ammonium sulfate or other acidifying ingredients. Fourth, use coffee grounds. Spent coffee grounds are slightly acidic and can be worked into the soil. One warning, changing pH is not instant. It takes weeks or months. Test your soil again after a few months to see if you need to add more. Now let's talk about how to make your soil more alkaline. If you have acidic soil and you want to grow alkaline lovers like carnations, lilacs, or lavender, here's what you can do. First, add garden lime. This is the most common method. Agricultural lime or dolomitic lime raises pH. Dolomitic lime also adds magnesium. Follow the package instructions. Second, add wood ash. Wood ash from your fireplace is highly alkaline. Sprinkle it lightly on the soil and work it in. Don't overdo it. A little goes a long way. Third, add crushed oyster shells or eggshells. These break down slowly and raise pH over time. Fourth, avoid acidic mulches like pine needles or peat moss. Use compost instead. Again, changing pH takes time. Test after a few months. What about container plants? For houseplants and container gardens, you have more control. You can simply buy the right potting mix. For acid-loving plants, use a mix formulated for azaleas or rhododendrons. For most tropical houseplants, a standard indoor potting mix with some perlite is fine. For alkaline lovers, add a little lime to your potting mix. You can also adjust pH in water by using filtered or rainwater. Tap water in many areas is alkaline and can slowly raise soil pH over time. Let's talk about common problems caused by wrong pH. Problem 1. Yellow leaves with green veins. That's chlorosis. It's usually caused by iron deficiency, but the iron is actually in the soil. The plant just can't access it because the pH is wrong. For acid-loving plants, this means your soil is too alkaline. Add sulfur. Problem 2. Stunted growth and few flowers. The plant is struggling to access phosphorus and other nutrients. Check your pH. Problem 3. Leaf scorch or brown edges can be caused by nutrient imbalances from wrong pH. Problem 4. Poor fruit or flower production. Blueberries won't fruit, hydrangeas won't turn blue, azaleas won't bloom. pH is often the culprit. Let me give you a quick cheat sheet. Acid-loving plants: azalea, rhododendron, camellia, gardenia, hydrangea, blueberry, fern, caladium, magnolia, dogwood. Alkaline-loving plants: carnation, dianthus, lilac, clematis, lavender, gypsophila, mock orange, weigela. Neutral to slightly acidic: most vegetables, most lawn grasses, most houseplants. Let's wrap everything up. Soil pH is one of the most overlooked factors in gardening. It's the reason your plants might be failing even when you're doing everything else right. Test your soil. It's easy and inexpensive. For acid-loving plants, keep pH between 4.5 and 6.0. For alkaline-loving plants, keep pH between 7 and 8.5. For most other plants, aim for neutral to slightly acidic, around 6 to 7. To lower pH and make soil more acidic, add sulfur, peat moss, or pine needles. To raise pH and make soil more alkaline, add lime or wood ash. Choose plants that match your native soil if possible. It's much easier than fighting your soil. Here's the most important thing to remember. pH isn't complicated, but it is critical. You can water perfectly, give the perfect amount of sun, and still have a plant that looks terrible because the pH is wrong. So test your soil, know your plants, and adjust as needed. Your garden will thank you. If you've ever lost a plant to pH problems, let me know in the comments. What were you trying to grow? And if you have any tips for adjusting soil pH, share them. We learn from each other. And if you're new to The Sprout, hit subscribe. We put out new plant care and gardening videos every week. No plant shaming, just real tips for real gardeners. Thanks for watching. Take care of your soil, and it will take care of your plants. See you in the next video.